This conference today, we know that there's a lot happening. We've had a change of government. We've had this enormous burden that's been put upon us around the National Insurance Contributions funding piece. We've talked about things like the Fair Pay Agreement. We've got things coming down the stream. None of them, we would say, are terrible for the sector, but actually none of it's funded. So that's where the challenge is. So we then need to make sure that people are engaging. I think the key takeaway for me is that they're not alone, that we are there, and everything that we're doing is based on what they tell us. And that's how we make these programs.
We've got a range of different care providers here, and we're updating the conference and members on all the topics that are relevant, where change has happened over the last year and where we're expecting more change in the next 12 months. Different areas, some of which is fixed and where we know what the legislation is going to say and the changes that are coming. But in other areas, we haven't got the detail of it, and so we're discussing what we might be saying back to government at a macro level.
I'm here in Luton at the National Care Association Conference, and I was invited to speak about the impact on social care of the recently published NHS National Health Service 10-year plan. It's an exciting but challenging piece of work. There's been a lot of consultation, a lot of discussion. From my perspective, it's not as clear as it could be about the role of social care within that 10-year plan.
I was invited to be a keynote speaker today, and I was really delighted that the organisers were so open to involving one of our experts by experience. And I think that's really important, that we have chief execs and experts by experience co-presenting at any conference like this. And also then, what does that mean for how we can really bring that voice of experts by experience into our thinking for the future?
I came to the conference today because I think it's essential at this time in our history, the survival as care businesses, that we arm ourselves with as much knowledge as we can possibly have and understand the changes and the things that influence the funding streams behind social care, and also the way that we can work together to get the best results for the people that we care for.
I think it's really important to get everybody under the same roof. It gets everyone talking within the sector, talking about maybe specific pain points, and us as suppliers being able to help with those pain points.
We see these events as a real opportunity to understand the kind of boots on the ground needs of providers to ensure that we're providing the best support we possibly can to help you navigate this complex and more often than not frustrating world.
It's very difficult for social care providers to get out, and we totally recognise that. But we would really advocate for you to join us, to network, to share, to learn and be with like-minded people.
For smaller SME providers, I think it's excellent that somebody is channeling their feelings, their needs up to government, and provides a lot of the support functions that they need.
Having been a member of the National Care Association myself since the inception of our business, I have had access to all of the wonderful benefits that are provided by our membership. Another opportunity to learn from people who have been doing this for a much longer time than I have. One of the key benefits, for example, that we provide in the National Care Association is allowing our members access to our compliance function. Amrit does a great job in connecting with and advocating for our membership directly with senior members of the CQC.
Getting leaders from across health and social care together for conferences like this is increasingly important. It's really important that we listen to each other, we understand the pressures that different parts of the health and social care system are going through. We build trust between different parts of the sector, really important.
The conference today is another opportunity for members to network with each other. We are all small businesses. We're not part of large conglomerates, so in some cases it's difficult to actually understand what's going on in the rest of the sector. Being a member and coming to conferences like this is just one of the advantages, the way you can actually bounce ideas off other members, or they might suggest different things that you might want to try in your business. So it's about networking and actually understanding what's going on in the sector.